Hey y'all, welcome back to Cajun Horror Talk. I'm Jay, this is John, that's Ross. Today we're going to change things up. Instead of doing a review, we're going to debate the different subgenres of horror. Grab yourself a beer, get a cup of coffee, let's talk horror. Alright guys, as I said in the opening, we're having a debate today on the different types of, the different subgenres of horror. There are a bunch of them out there. Today we're going to be concentrating on paranormal, slasher, creature features, and
torture porn.
Yeah, content. Okay, yeah.
That's a part of torture porn.
Yeah.
Fuck me is very.
You need to write your notes a little
It's
bit.
written
Yeah.
right out of camera view right here. Y'all can't see this, but the narrowness of his eyes is refusing to let him read that far away.
Yeah.
Trifocus.
Yeah, trifocus. Coming soon. We're talking the difference between slashers, creature features, paranormal, and torture porn. I'm very much in favor for paranormal. Always have been. I'm a big slasher fan, but I just think there's a different element when it comes to paranormal that you can't really bring into a slasher film when it's too down to earth. If I'm in a world of fantasy and I'm watching a movie, I want some fucked up shit happening. Hey.
You do have crossovers though. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Some.
Yeah.
Yeah, paranormal slasher.
Friday the 13th.
Paranormal slasher.
Yeah.
With with the continuity. No continuity.
No continuity.
But we'll blame that on the science fiction aspect of that fucking movie because
I'm blaming on freaking acid.
acid. I think that could have been written on acid. I think
Yeah,
so.
that's-
There's no could have been. It's probably was.
Yeah, the 80s were very rough on those guys. But it's amazing, even behind the scenes, all the crossover you have between these different genres. Lynn Shay, who is in Insidious,
Yeah.
a very popular paranormal movie, her brother is actually the creator of Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
Bob Shay. I mean, it's one of those things where you see people behind the cameras that they're behind the scenes people behind different genres, and they have a love for all of them. Personally, I am a slasher guy. I grew up watching slashers all my life. But I do have a healthy respect, honestly, for the old school creature feature films. I mean, that was Dracula, Frankenstein. Those are
Back
in
before
the day.
vampires were sparkling and shit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that so much more when they were undead.
Yeah. When they actually were tough.
Yeah, they were tough. You couldn't go out in the sunlight and you'd die instead of, becoming a stripper all of a sudden. I don't understand the glistening portion of that. Some sweaty fucking guys in Twilight. They just fucking glisten in the sun.
I've never seen
It's in their
I've never-
contract. You gotta have the shirt off about every 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
I've
the
never
werewolf
seen a
guy.
vampire I want to call Cinnamon.
Right?
I'll tell you what though, if I had to buy that werewolf guy, I wouldn't own a shirt.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I
what's his
mean-
face? I'm sorry, I can't do it. He looks like he has Down syndrome to me. I don't know why. I can't put past a retarded werewolf.
We'll call that the mange. She's got the mange.
The mange? That's Bella.
He got the wrong chromosome.
wrong. There it was. That's probably what it
I
was.
think it's more like he's missing one. but-
Can werewolves catch rabies? Werewolf films, you're going back that far, we're looking at American Werewolf in London. All-time favorite werewolf movie. I'm hitting tape. All-time favorite werewolf movie, American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Cannot be beaten. The Wolfman, of course, is a classic, but it's so... I guess for back in the day, for what it was, it had really good practical effects and everything. Now, by nowadays standards, it's pretty much brushed off as just it's used more for jokes now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like the original Dracula. As creepy as like the image of Dracula, he's like, the bald head and kind of looks like a sperm with claws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nosferatu, you talking about?
yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Nosferatu. I couldn't think of the damn word.
Yeah, that one. That's good.
It was scary, but when you look at it in today's standards, it's nothing. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
people was running out of damn theaters at the time.
Exactly.
It's
That's
a
why.
progression, man. It's a progression.
And those creature features that were really built
to
up
OD
horror,
heroin.
the horror genre in general. I mean, is those creature features. It was Frankenstein with
The creature
drowning
from the
the little
Black
girl.
Lagoon.
Yeah,
The Mummy
it's
and
it's
stuff.
the Mummy and all those.
yeah.
Those are really brought horror to the mainstream. Now, all these subgenres and horror in general, you see they have an ebb and flow. Slashers, they really hit their stride in the 80s, late 70s, and then 80s they really hit their stream where you had a Jason and Freddy movie every year coming out.
And kind of started fading out in the early
And
90s.
yeah, it faded out, and then
Partly
Scream.
because probably they
Yeah.
had sequels coming out every year and they got
And,
worse.
yeah,
and worse.
and that was the problem. People were copying them. Instead, they followed that same template for every movie. And they followed the Halloween template, and people got tired of it. Then you had Scream come around.
Which was amazing.
Yeah,
Because
with
I'm a
this
big fan
new
of Wes
age
Craven
thing,
fan.
very meta.
Yeah.
Talking about the horror tropes.
It was almost a spoof.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it was
exactly
this
that.
close to being a spoof of itself.
Right, but it took itself
In fact,
seriously
it went
enough.
so far as there's a scene in Scream where Sydney tells him, "Oh, I hate horror movies. There's always some dumb bimbo who." She runs upstairs instead of running the front door, and then Ghostface comes in. What's the first thing she does?
Straight up the
runs
stairs.
up the stairs.
Why not? That's what happens.
And people fell in love with that, and but that came with a resurgence of the horror genre. You had Scream, you had I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, Halloween came back.
They started doing remakes
with H2O and all that.
Which Halloween H2O was just
it was Scream with Michael Myers.
Yeah, it was essentially pretty much the same shit.
But that was that resurgence that came back, and it didn't went away. And in the late 2000s, you saw another resurgence of it, and that was when Michael Bay's company started buying up these old slash franchises. He came back out with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, the remake.
He had the remake of Friday the 13th that came out, remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, and then that's when Rob Zombie picked up Halloween, which he shit on Halloween, but... And that actually made it fade out again.
Yeah, it wasn't bad if it would have been anything but Halloween.
Yeah.
If it had been its own standalone movie with somebody different.
No, and here's the thing. When he followed the John Carpenter script, it was fine. But it was the, bitch, I'm going to skull fuck the shit out of you. That hillbilly redneck shit that doesn't belong there.
But Rob Zombie incorporates that in almost any movie that he ever
Well, yeah, that's his wife's ass.
That's freaking who he is. I mean, really.
That redneck ass.
But
I just
the word fuck 100 times in his wife's ass. You have a Rob Zombie movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the thing I didn't like about Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween is just that it explained why Michael Myers was so fucked up. In the original, he was just a normal kid.
That's the scariest part of it.
That
was
scary
because there was no reasoning behind it.
Exactly.
It was just they didn't know why.
You know what? This is a nice knife.
Yeah.
It would look really cool with blood all over it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty much how he was in the remake.
Bitch, don't take me trick or treating again.
We start with the
you want to
paranormal
stab him?
activities.
You gonna get stabbed?
But when speaking of slashers, but then you saw it fade away. Well, now Halloween 2018's come out, and now we've got a remake of Child's Play coming.
Which I can honestly say I'm not looking for. It's either going to be great or it's going to be horrible. I don't believe it's going to be
That's pretty much any of them.
But I don't think it's not going to be like, oh, it was an okay movie. It's either people are going to love it or people are going to hate it. I don't particularly, I like the new direction that they're going with it as far as the child, they took away the voodoo aspect. So the doll is actually going to be this AI and Bluetooth and all this new technology that they're bringing into it, which I think is a good idea, but why did it have to be a Child's Play movie? Why couldn't it have been a new doll movie?
Because Child's Play brings you the recognition.
I get that, but the Chucky doll was the voodoo thing.
But here's the thing, what I think too is fans have been clamoring to redo it since Bride. That want to see it redone and redone right. You know what I mean?
Because everything almost, like Bride of Chucky was almost a comedy.
Yeah, and I'm a person who says if you're going to remake a classic, don't just do the paint by numbers version of that same classic because
otherwise, shot by shot, you might as well watch the review.
Exactly. Do something different.
I guess maybe I'm just not really overly excited about the technology aspect bringing into it. It's Age of Ultron as a horror movie.
No, but it's relevant for our time too. And in the '80s, that was a thing, man. Voodoo was a thing. Like people were scared of it. Yeah, people were scared of it. It was this underground thing that people didn't know much about, so they just kind of whispered about it, and it brought it out into the pop culture. This right now, the idea of calling a buddy doll, which we had a buddy doll that we burned.
Yes.
But with the eye, that's what really caught my eye was the buddy with the eye, because that's playing off of Apple with the iPads and the iPhones and the Apple TV. And
I like the concept. I don't like that it's a Child's Play.
I think the reason besides brand recognition with the whole Child's Play aspect, I think it's mostly because too is if they would have made it the same thing, but made it something besides Child's Play, everybody would have compared it to Child's Play anyway.
Yeah.
That's just like Child's Play.
That's a good point.
You might as well call it Child's Play.
What I'm upset about is I was hoping with 2018 this would bring a whole onrush of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, and we get all of our slashers back, even new slashers, which there's been a couple of tries out there like Netflix and stuff like that, but nothing that really has popped. I mean, I'm wrong. Friday the 13th kind of sunk with legal issues and all this other crap. And Nightmare on Elm Street's really stuck because they realized once they did the remake, if you don't have
Robert Englund with
nobody's going to take it. Which the guy that played Rorschach, the one that played Freddy, he did a great job. The CGI sucked, but he really did. He was a menacing ass Freddy Krueger.
He was fucking dark and he was sadistic. And
oh yeah,
and it hit all the points. It just didn't have
Robert Englund.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Fanboys was kind of crying about it.
And it sucks, man, because here's the thing, I am a fanboy. I don't want to diss fanboys, because I am a fanboy. I consider myself a fanboy.
Are you a fan guy?
Yeah.
Down here we
Fungi.
call you a fungi.
Yeah, fungi.
That's going to be a joke for the locals.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is one of those things. They kind of screwed themselves with Robert Englund. You know what I mean? Because they'll never be able to redo it.
Yeah.
It'll never be able to be redone.
But that's the thing too. I mean, I am glad. Like I do like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm glad that they went away from Robert Englund just because he's so freaking old now. He can't really do it no more.
Yeah, he can't. You say that.
He can, but it's not the same.
It's not like it's high intensity stuff like Jason where he's like locking people's head off. You know.
But still, even so, I mean, it's good that they at least tried. To make it with.
He's not
else.
stepping in the ring with John Jones. You know. It's special effects. You know, but still, you eventually you're gonna have to move away from him because hey, people die.
One day he won't be here.
As simple.
People die. That's a
tagline. That's a tagline.
You know what I mean? It's true.
People die.
How many actors have we seen die lately? But yet the Kardashians are still here.
I don't understand it. They need to make a horror movie with the Kardashians.
Oh God,
I can see that.
Have you ever watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians? That's a freaking horror movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. One of them got their dick chopped off.
Never seen it. It's about as scary as it gets right there, folks.
All right, guys. So now we'll move on to the paranormal side of things. The first actual paranormal style ghost movie that I could find in my research was a movie called The Haunted Castle. Made in 1896, I believe, or 98. It was made in France. It was an actual ghost movie, which it was a silent movie.
Well, I'm sure it was because it wouldn't have been popular.
Well, here's my thing.
Well,
How do you make a silent ghost movie? Nobody goes, ooh.
It's better for worldwide distribution. We don't have fucking subtitles.
True. That's true. That's a true
Well,
thing.
it's a silent movie. They all had subtitles, technically.
Well, okay, so subtitles are already in there. But
Yeah, the ghost of shaving. No women that shave.
Ghost of croissants past.
Yeah.
You just see somebody go, and it comes up.
Yeah.
Well, what was the fucking ghost from? I mean, we'd have to look
but
up.
Do you think France doesn't have ghosts? I think ghosts is purely.
I don't think they have any old fucking war heroes that died in battle. I don't know.
They all died the first day against the Germans.
It's all 6 of them French fuckers.
Yeah.
Come on.
All of them.
Hey, they're all allies. They let us use both tanks to go to Iraq.
That's first.
And a wing off of a plane.
Yeah.
So what'd you say? 18 what?
1896.
Yeah. Jesus.
That was a long time ago. But as you can see, as I was trying to say, it's one of the older scary movies. It's one of those things where people have been scared of ghosts since before, forever. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's probably like a cave drawing somewhere of somebody wearing a sheet, and he's not chasing black people.
I never understood with the sheep thing. I don't
don't
get it. But where did that specter image start with the freaking sheet draped over? Because every time we see a ghost, it's just. Is it supposed to imitate the orb or like?
Well, there's also too like some of the shadow people images people claim to see the shadow forms and stuff. It's just like a.
So it's
blob.
okay. So
Silhouette,
like a silhouette
of blob.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's it breaks up the form of a human basically is what it is. It's just something coming.
That was back in the day when ghosts were still just moaning and shit, and they weren't talking and actually screaming.
Well,
Yeah.
I've known some bitches. But anyway,
but paranormal can be split into several different genres though, because
you got like
that subgenre has multiple subgenres. Because you look at it and you say, okay, you have ghost movies, you have the exorcism movies, you have
I was about to say possession.
witchcraft movies,
stuff like that. But really, that's one of those ones that
Zombie movies.
Yeah, over the years, you don't really see ebb and flow of ghost movies.
No.
It's just one of those things that's always in the subconscious.
Yeah, just
so
you just get one pop
you just
up.
get one pop up. But like you have the ones that really stand out, that really change things.
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal
that
Activity.
is one of the landmark ones that everyone.
Yeah.
Interesting note about Paranormal Activity. That was actually they gave a copy of it to Steven Spielberg to check out. Right. He took it home. He watched it and brought it back in a paper bag and told him he never wanted to look at it again because he said after watching it, the doors in his house started locking on their own.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, he said he never wanted to watch Steven Spielberg.
Really?
Yeah, that was a thing. But
did he charge him for new pair of underwear?
Probably so.
I'll tell you what, Paranormal Activity, the first one, I watched that one 4 times in the movie theater. That's the only movie I've ever gone back and watched.
That was
so
that
fresh.
Was,
it was like
not
a
just
new
that,
take on it.
Yeah, and also, I mean, they waited a suitable amount of time after Blair Witch to really use the whole found footage thing.
See, even Blair Witch, I didn't find was that bad.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, but
it
you
was
see,
okay, but
it was Blair Witch at the time.
Scared the shit out of me.
Blair Witch at the time
oh yeah,
was amazing because we all thought it was real.
yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. They did a very good.
I was
They
young,
did
man.
very good marketing.
Yeah.
Well, I got screwed up because the night before we went to watch it, they were on MTV.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh no, that sucks. But like my older brother, Jai, watched
Freaking
it.
Jai.
He watched it without
And,
seeing the kids
yeah.
on MTV, and it
It's like,
freaked him the
fuck,
hell
these
out.
kids are dead.
See, Jai used to mess with us about it too. The whole time he's like, "Man, we gotta watch this movie. I know that was real, right? That really happened."
And that's what made it scary. They were
What
the first ones with a website.
Yeah.
You go on the website and it was like a flash and all that. It was awesome. They're probably the best marketed movie in the world. But that's one thing Paranormal Activity did right also. Remember for Paranormal Activity, you watched the trailer on TV?
And it was the
we're old
people-
enough to
it was the
remember when you
audience
actually had
Yeah.
commercials on TV. That was how you found out about movies.
Yeah, we couldn't skip them. You couldn't press a button on your TV.
Yeah.
Turn the TV.
Well, it was the audience. You didn't even see most of the movie. It was the audience going,
Yeah.
ah!
Yeah.
What is that?
People throwing up and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was that, and you were terrified before you even walked in. You know, the first time it grabs her leg and drags up the door, you were like, okay, no, I'm
I
done.
will say one thing that took a lot of the tension out of the movie. The first time I watched it, one thing that took a lot of the tension out is like they got one part. It goes, boom! You hear a big bang, and he opens up his door. He looks, and the chandelier is shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody a couple rows down from me went, oh, nope, fuck that. And everybody in the whole, because the theater was pin drop quiet. No, you just hear something, nope, fuck
That's
that.
the thing,
And we all bust out
A
laughing.
lot of people like different
It
movies
helped a
too
lot.
for their theater experience.
Right.
Well, and I think the reaction videos that came out with that, I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of that marketing strategy is still used today. Like, reaction videos are huge on YouTube.
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
Because you love watching people watch something that you want to watch to see how they react. So how
In
I
real
react
life,
when I watch it.
the other day when we watched Insidious,
Yeah.
I looked over at you to watch you jump whenever Lipstick Face jumps up behind a dude.
Yeah,
Because I knew it was coming.
The only thing I didn't like about Insidious, that's one of the greater jump scares, and it's of course one of the more popular
Absolutely.
ones.
Yeah.
They had it in the freaking trailer.
Was it?
Yes,
Was
it
it
was
in
in
the
the trailer.
Oh wow, I didn't realize
I
that.
didn't-
I was
I
waiting
didn't
for it
realize
the whole damn movie.
I didn't.
I
realize
wasn't.
that.
I know it's scary. I had pee come out. I had a little bit of pee come
I'm
out.
not saying I didn't jump. I mean,
Yeah.
I jumped about as high as a fat Asian kid
But that
can.
moves over to
But-
more to paranormal. After Paranormal Activity came out, then James Wan put his foot in the
Oh,
paranormal.
yeah, I'm a
Why?
huge James Wan fan.
And he
And
did.
not one, but two of them.
So,
Yeah.
one, two.
But he had Conjuring
The Conjuring, Insidious,
and Insidious.
Saw.
But Saw's not paranormal. It's more of a splash.
Well, no, but that was
We'll
something
get
that
to
he,
that.
but that's something that he,
Yeah.
that he
But-
first had him. He had some other ones too. I can't think of the other ones.
But just those two franchises
Yeah.
that split off into multiple movies. You have the 4 Insidious movies now.
I think
It's
so.
3 or 4. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
4.
Four.
And then you
And then
have
Conjuring
Conjuring 1 and
universe is
2.
huge.
You have Annabelle like 17.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
have
think they're on the
the
second
Nun.
Fuck that little doll. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch that yet?
I have not seen the Nun yet. I believe it.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't
alright.
good.
I heard it wasn't one of the better.
Yeah, it wasn't good either.
But the problem I have with a lot of, especially the newer, mostly the paranormal ones that do it, is the freaking whole jump scare thing.
Well, and that's the issue
I'm
with.
kind of over that.
Did James Wan direct the Nun?
I'm honestly not sure. I'd be lying.
I don't
So,
believe
don't
he
remember.
did because
I'm
and he
sure
didn't
he
do the Annabelle movies either. I think that's the issue.
Could
You
be.
look at James Wan's movies. Am I saying that right, James Wan?
We're Asian, of course.
Oh.
If you say it's right, it's right.
Yeah, it's James
Don't
Wan.
know. Just
Yeah. No,
Look
but
it up.
that's
Google
the,
it. Go
here's the
for
thing
it.
with James Wan, right? When you have him, when Wan's directed a movie, it's not all about the jump scares.
no. It's very creepy and built.
I said
have
this in
some
our
in there,
I
but-
said this in our Insidious review. They start off with that
the
at the
soundtrack.
beginning,
Oh my god.
and you're in this world of dread. The atmosphere is just dripping with dread. Same thing with The Conjuring. The Conjuring, from the first time they start getting shit going on in the house, you feel this dread, and it's not about the jump scares. It's about genuinely being scared.
And it's
And
creepy.
I'm
It's
telling
creepy,
you,
the
if you
tension
watch
builds.
any of those movies with the sound off, you're not gonna jump.
No,
Not nearly as
no.
much. That soundtrack is so powerful inside.
Absolutely,
Of it.
but he doesn't
Great
rely
directing.
on the soundtrack.
No,
Look,
but it fits.
and he's
fits
around
the
a jump scare all the time. Look
That's
at
another
Conjuring when she goes to that when she hears a knocking inside the armoire,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she opens it up and nothing's there.
Fuck that.
You're waiting for the jump scare and nothing's there, and the kid points up and, she
she's
looks
just
up and
chilling on
fucking-
top of the fucking.
yeah, the goddamn cuckoo is sitting on top of the fucking dresser.
No.
That's like what was it? Oh hell, I think it's an Insidious movie when I think it's like the third one or something like that. When she goes back to where the what you call it, the psychic lady goes back to where she used to live outside the jail.
The City's
That one.
4.
The freaking jump scare that got me. Yeah, that's the last key, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The jump scare that got me is when she's digging in the suitcases in that damn tunnel.
Yeah.
Because she looks in the suitcase and then she looks up and she looks in the suitcase and she keeps doing that and I'm like, something's gonna be behind the damn suitcase.
You're just waiting for
and
it.
she looks and she's like, oh, there's nothing there. She opens up, the damn thing pops out the damn suitcase. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was unexpected. Like,
Yeah.
And not a jump scare, but when the mom's doing the blind man's bluff with the kids.
Oh.
And
I
the
will
hands,
never play that with my child.
and the hands come out of the armoire and clap. It really wasn't a jump scare. It was just scary.
It was just creepy as fuck. Like,
You know?
I like those in a lot of horror movies.
creepy beats gory any day of the week.
Oh,
So for
absolutely.
me,
Yeah.
creepy beats.
Well, and then you have that's the thing, kid. I love paranormal movies because they're the ones who scare me. I like slashers because they're the fun ones to watch.
Yeah. It's interesting to see what type of kill, how they're going to do something new,
Yeah.
what they're going to incorporate inside of
Well,
it.
and honestly, the difference too is you never root for the ghost because it's evil.
True.
Slashers, you root for the
Yeah.
slasher. You want Michael Myers to cut a bitch
You
to pieces.
want that. I mean, if
Yeah,
you
'cause-
don't believe
yeah.
in that, look at Freddy versus Jason. They had crowds of people. I watched that opening night. They're go Freddy, go Jason. And
Yeah.
one jackass said, go me. He was like, go over there. He left.
Yeah.
We kicked him out of the movie theater. He was like, you're going to go because you're fucking this movie up for everybody.
But-
But people wanted to root for the slashers.
Yeah,
Their
and
favorite
that's
slasher.
and that's how it normally works with slashers. People root for the slashers.
Whereas
Like you
Ghost-
talking about gore and stuff. Like I like gore in slashers, but to a point. Like I don't like gore for gore's sake, but
Yeah.
I like it to
No.
be gore if it's realistic gore.
gore with the purpose.
Like-
Yeah, if somebody gets their throat cut, I don't want ketchup just kind of dribbling down. I
Yeah,
want,
you want
I
it- you
want
want
arterial
you want
spray.
the
You want,
splatter.
yeah,
You want-
you
I
want
want
a spree,
arterial
you want
spray.
the blood pumping.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's yeah.
Now,
it's
like,
not
you get
scary.
Halloween Resurrection where like he swings a butcher knife and her head flies off.
Oh, yeah. It was a bit over the top. It was unnecessary. Like, it really...
Yeah,
I like in Freddy
issue.
vs. Jason, they got one part like he just kind of does this and somebody's arm falls off. Then the next scene,
Oh, yeah.
he swings that bitch like a baseball bat and just slings her into a tree.
Into a tree 40 feet away.
Yeah,
it's
like-
just-
it was a bit over the top. It was,
All they would have had to show is him flipping the
And
damn
it's-
machete backwards, and then it would have made a little more sense. But
Yeah.
no.
it's hard to say in those movies that you want something to be realistic.
yeah.
Like, it's really hard to be like,
Absolutely,
well,
but-
that was fucked up. Why wouldn't he just do this? You want it to be realistic. At the same time, you're sitting there watching The Nightmare Man just came out and he's running around a lake on fire. Like,
Yeah.
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 But
You have to find that
that's
balance.
that's one of
But
that's
the
one of the
physics
that's
should
one of the
be
virtues
realistic.
that's
Like,
one of the virtues
I
of a
think so.
paranormal movie too.
You
because-
don't have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Because
goes.
here's the thing. I've read reviews where people are like that's not very realistic.
Well, no shit,
It's a ghost movie.
right?
Right.
What
And
is
then,
realistic
like, the
about
thing
it?
is too that's one of the things like with a paranormal movie you can even explain that away as far as like when people make stupid decisions in a paranormal movie. Well, they make the stupid
All
decisions.
the
They
time.
all make stupid decisions, but
Yeah.
you can also explain that away as it had an effect
Yeah,
on
we've
them.
all three been married.
Yeah, true
Well,
story.
Currently,
Yeah.
still dealing with the shit.
Maybe only for long.
Stupid
Hashtag
decision.
people die.
waiting for something to come flying in on screen.
So, but to get back to paranormal movies, they are generally the scarier movies of the batch. They really are, and it just is one of those things where it's a fear everybody has.
Yeah.
That goes back to even when we were children. All right, guys. Now we're moving on to creature features, your monster movies, your vampires, your werewolves, stuff like that. Those are
Nutraman,
movies that
apparently.
The Nutraman.
The Nutraman.
Terror in the Swamp, guys.
Yeah, check it out.
Big Bay Tie.
Yes. Hey, yeah, Legend of Boggy Creek.
Boggy
Oh,
Creek.
yeah.
That was a really
That
good
was
one,
my
too.
favorite one.
That was
for
a
years.
really good movie. But that's another one that goes back really, really far. I mean, back to
Like the Blob.
yeah, the Blob. I mean, in 1915, the first creature feature movie came out, and it was called the Golem.
The what?
The
The
Golem.
Golem?
The Golem. That's what the Golem. It was
Not
ironically a German film. The Golem technically is a Jewish monster.
Is he made out of an oven?
No, he's made of mud that's baked.
It's
Oh, he was made in an oven.
He's
Yeah.
made in an oven.
Jesus Christ, what was Hitler doing? Motherfucker.
It was
Did you not watch that
19.
movie?
It was 1915.
Oh, fuck.
So this was before Hitler.
So he should have seen this movie and known
He was
better.
taking notes.
He was
Yeah.
taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it though. Maybe that's why Germany turned against the Jews.
Could be. Look at
Their
that.
monster destroyed people in this movie.
Yeah. Came
Yeah,
out
look,
of an
there
oven.
you go. Look, we
No,
just
no,
saw
that's the
World
thing
War
though. It came out of an oven. I mean, why would he put them in the oven? to take him out of the oven. And
He was
disrupt
trying to
him.
make a super Jew.
And then, like the Blob didn't come out till like 1950s or something. Huh?
Yeah. Those came later. You get the earlier ones like Frankenstein,
Yeah, Dracula,
Dracula, Wolfman, stuff like
The
that.
Mummy, all the old original
All the
ones.
old original ones, and those. But that's really what really shot the horror genre into mainstream was those creature features.
Yeah.
You look at any movie that depicts an earlier day, where if they're in the movies, they're watching a horror movie. They're normally watching the Wolfman, where you see the girls grabbing their boyfriends and crap like that. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's what really shot it into the mainstream.
Yeah. I've never been a huge fan of a lot of them though. I guess maybe because it's before my time.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the age that I'm in.
You gotta figure the era we grew up in the '90s, the late '80s, '90s.
They were already
into
making that
the 2000s.
transition.
Yeah, it was more into the blood and gore kind of concept.
I think another problem we probably had with creature features is just us growing up where we did. We had creatures in our yard.
Yeah,
It wasn't that
kill us.
scary.
Yeah.
They've made movies about the Rougarou. We grew up about hearing about that our entire lives.
Yeah, we used to go hunt for him.
Yeah.
Like for real. Grab the
You walk
rifle,
out.
go
You walk
hunt.
out the backyard and there's a 12-foot alligator that makes a vampire seem not as big of a deal.
Yeah, because
You know what I
gators
mean?
can get you any time of day.
Yeah,
But they can't fly.
they can't fly.
They can't
Thank
fly.
God.
Shit, if a flying gator, I'm fucking moving.
Right?
But they call that
That's probably
dragons.
a movie.
Just so you know, they call those dragons.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So, but
And
now
the
you're starting to
Ring
see a
Fire,
comeback
that'll
of them though. Like you have movies like The Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
A Quiet Place. That's
Oh,
all.
I didn't
That's
get to watch that one. I want to watch
that is a monster movie.
It's a
And
creature
at the end of the day, it's a creature feature.
Yeah.
Alien.
Any kind
Aliens technically. Alien is a
Anything
creature
with
feature, and the
aliens.
first Alien is creepy.
Yeah.
Dude, that scene when the chest burster comes out of John Hurt's chest,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
that was freaking terrifying, bro.
And another one of those iconic scenes that everyone fucking sees.
Yeah,
It's
you know what I
all-
mean? And,
And
most
that's
people don't think about it as a creature feature along the lines of Frankenstein and all that, but it really
I
is.
guess it is in the
It's a
subgenre
Babette.
as
It's
far as-
anything that's not human.
Yeah.
Anything that's not well. I think Jeepers Creepers was one of the ones that kind
Yeah.
of built up that back up for interest in people watching these movies and shit.
He found a director fuck little kids.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. They should have made a movie about him. That's fucking scary.
Did they? No, they didn't. No, that was the guy from Goodnight Saints.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
So, yeah, it's one of those things too. That kind of you see a rise and fall of it. You know, they come out with they'll come out with one every so often that everybody's like, that was pretty good. You know.
Every once in a while, a lot of them is like, oh, he looks fake. I don't like him. They get so much. They're numb to the paranormal, the slasher, and the gore.
Well, I think the biggest issue with now is the CGI. People want to use CGI for everything.
Right. Every fucking. I'm so much a fan of practical effects. as
Yeah,
opposed
the
to-
original Alien, man. The practical effects in the original Alien were amazing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even so much going back, like the Blob, like you
Yeah.
said earlier, the Blob was
So
one.
we're gonna
you know what I
talk
mean?
about creature features and practical effects. You gotta talk about the Thing.
Yeah,
That was freaking awesome.
that
No
was
shit.
some of the greatest
Even
practical
now,
effects
even
in
now.
history. Even
remake-
today, you watch, and you're like, oh,
Do you? Yeah.
oh, God,
Oh god, she got some kind of space AIDS.
And of course, the zombie thing kind of took over, like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually look at zombies as creature features.
Well,
You can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's.
Night of the Living Dead, all your George
Well,
Romero.
really can't be anything else besides creature feature. If you look at all the other stuff, it's not paranormal, really.
It's
No,
not.
it's
It's
not.
not slasher. It's not torture porn kind of thing.
It would have to be. It would have to fall into some
It
genre
has
of
to
creature
be-
feature.
It really does, and
Yeah.
those movies really freak people out.
Freaking Night of the Living Dead was
You know,
shit.
not
Oh,
only
they're coming to get you,
Barbara.
Barbara.
I
Yeah.
smell your brains, Barbara.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's one of those
That
movies that really
fucked
freak
me up
people.
as a kid.
As a kid,
Fuck me up.
absolutely. I used to
Yes.
watch that. It was so. And it's just the concept of something being taken over, like that body is just not that person anymore.
Exactly.
And it's weird.
Yeah, it's one of the zombie movies in particular are really creepy because here's the thing, like in real life, I'm pretty sure Michael Myers ain't taking a 12 gauge slug, right?
No.
And
I'm
I've got
sorry.
a few of those next to the bed.
You're not.
Yeah, you know, and
But a zombie?
Jason
I
Voorhees.
had 31
Jason
hollow
Voorhees.
points on
Yeah,
me right now.
Exactly. A zombie apocalypse. You know what's scary about that? If your kid gets bit.
Yeah, to shoot the kid. Oh, dude.
Dude, I'm dead. My kid gets bit, I'm a dead man. Because guess what? He's going to bite me.
Oh, come on! You're not.
She's gonna bite me.
You're not gonna pet cemetery him with a little fucking zone.
No.
Not fair.
Just to let you know,
fucked me
just
up.
to let you know, your kid does not have to be a zombie. Just piss her off enough.
Yeah.
She will kill you.
He'll probably bite you.
Anyway.
Dude, that's
But
that's another one. Pet Cemetery.
But that's another
fucking
thing,
with
too,
kids,
that-
man.
that's the thing that
I can't
gets
handle
me.
the kids in
Right.
a horror movie.
That
That's
would be
the-
okay with the zombie apocalypse. We just have to let them evolve a little bit. Like they can have their own sub communities of fucking zombies.
Yeah.
What
No.
we're gonna, what,
Oh, we
what
call
they
those
gonna do?
prisons. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
right.
was about to say, what we're gonna do? Have them mow the lawn? Then what we're gonna do with the Mexicans?
We'll have them build the fucking wall. I mean, that was Trump's idea, right? They can build them the wall. They can have their own little freaking restaurants and their zombie village over here.
Yeah.
Subway, eat flesh.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I like that.
Hashtag eat flesh. Hashtag
Oh,
eat flesh.
Oh man, you can get sued over that one. That's just a little bit of copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Just kind of sprinkled on there.
just sprinkle just ever so
But-
slightly. Just ever so
Yeah,
slightly.
like I said, it's one of those things where you get a lot of different things kind of grouped into it, and it's another one where you see them regularly sprinkle new movies into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
Well, the thing I like about the only thing really, the main thing I like about zombies and flicks and stuff like that is that different directors, different writers have different things they can
Yeah.
do with the zombies. The
Yeah.
original zombies, it was dead people popped up out the ground,
Yes.
looking for eating brains and stuff like that. Then the newer ones is just viruses and
It's-
people's
yeah.
mind.
Like the Resident Evil, I think, took over a lot of that.
back to vampires. 30 Days a Night.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Those dudes were freaking terrifying, bro.
Yes.
That was some crazy shit. You know what I mean? That flipped the vampire genre on
Yeah,
its head.
I'm not worried about two little fangs, but you open it in your mouth and you look like a freaking
Oh,
shark on crack.
That's
That's
not
serious.
like sparkly boys.
Yeah.
That's holy shit. This dude's gonna freaking tear my throat out.
Yeah,
You know?
That's what
that
they're
dude
supposed to
can
be,
bite my
vicious
that dude can
creatures.
bite my toe and rip my throat out.
Yeah, and
Like,
you know,
for real.
my wife and I were discussing this earlier. Would it be considered a creature feature?
He is. He's a creature from another dimension.
He's a creature from another dimension.
And see, when you originally watch it, you immediately think paranormal. Like you almost
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really think like, because is he from another dimension? A creature from another dimension?
Creature from another dimension, yeah.
Okay, because you always think demon whenever you see.
Yeah,
it.
no,
you always
exactly,
you
yeah.
always equate
You would,
Pennywise
yeah,
with,
but-
fuck that
But
clown.
that's the thing. The movies don't explain.
Yeah, the movies don't explain it well.
Which is
Read it.
another thing that kind of makes it even creepier because you don't really
Exactly.
get
Yeah,
I don't
the
like
backstory.
yeah.
The lack of backstory makes things a lot more fucked up.
Yes.
But like I hated clowns ever since fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space when I was 5 years old. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck
No,
that.
yeah.
That movie is hilarious
That is
now,
great.
but as a
Yeah.
child,
But as a
Yeah, as
kid,
a
I'm
kid,
watching
yeah.
this and they're
creature feature. Gremlins.
drinking blood.
Freaking
That's a
Gremlins.
really big one that
Gremlins, that's a creature
They
feature.
get-
I don't like talking about Gremlins too much.
Why?
Talking about something else.
What, Gremlins freak you out?
No.
I
I
could-
can't watch Gremlins without getting a boner.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
leave that at that.
Yeah, about a
I
year
don't wanna
and a-
leave it at
about a
that.
year and a half. I didn't watch Gremlins unless I was getting some.
Oh, yeah,
Close the door, turn the movie up,
yeah,
That's
roll around.
yeah.
yeah.
I can see that. I can
get
see that. Yeah.
Yep, Christmas present for you.
I don't know if that's even worse, but it's even worse whenever we have small children and you have to keep them preoccupied. 'Cause, I mean, I get like Barney in the
I
background
was
while
about to
getting
say,
laid kind
you
of
ever
fucks
listen
you
to
up.
Ronnie Karen? He talk about, I love you.
Oh,
you love
she
me.
fucking does.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, Mr. Nick.
But back on the subject
Anyway.
of creature features.
Yes.
Oh,
That was
bro.
technically a creature feature. I'm sure you've had some exes. I've seen your exes. That's creature feature, bro. Anyway.
But like I said, there's movies that we don't think of as creature features that
Yeah.
are technically creature features.
Absolutely. Like you never even think about the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but yeah, creature feature. And
Yeah.
That was one of the ones I watched growing up. I hated it.
Anytime where the bad guys like an alien or not human or not paranormal,
No.
It
I
has
mean,
to come
technically,
down
even
to-
zombies are technically not human anymore.
yeah,
They're not.
Well,
you know, it's something different. All right, now we're moving on to torture porn. Personally, this is probably my least favorite of the genres. I know there are fans out there. I understand there are fans out there. I'm not one who really needs to see the blood, guts, and gore of it.
no.
It's not something that's really necessary to me. I understand where people like it. It kind of
I'm
grew
not
up
one
with
to
the-
kink shame.
Yeah, exactly.
No-
Hey,
no shame.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, when the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was 1978, I believe, a lot of people looked at that and they talked so much about how gory and 74, how gory and how much blood and guts, and it was such a gory movie. There was very little blood and gore in that movie, but
Yeah.
it was so much implied
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
was just built up in their head.
And then that's
That
what,
is an amazing movie.
and then you get to Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
The original didn't have much, but as it moved on, it was we need more blood, we need more blood, we need more blood.
Yeah.
And it was actually more trying to top each other, and that's where you kind of get this whole splatterfest kind of
How can we
concept.
get more blood?
It's
You know,
just-
it
it's
goes
just
all the way back
gross
to like
out now.
'63. You had a movie called Blood Feast, where it was a psychopathic caterer who was chopping up women and serving them out.
All right, that was like some old school Sweeney Todd shit.
Yeah, bro. Like evidently he was just cut. I haven't seen it personally. I read about it, and evidently he was just hacking people up in the movie. And that was the first really splatterfest movie. But when you talk to most people about the torture porn industry, like the torture porn type, I don't want to call it industry.
Industry?
Porn yeah.
You seen a snuff film?
Yeah. Like the torture porn genre, most people automatically think of Saw.
Yeah.
They're the ones who kind of people think pioneered it, but actually the year before you had Hospital 1,000 Corpses that came out.
Yeah.
That was more of a
Frickin'
splatter
Hostel.
fest. Hostel came out
Hostel
2
was-
years after
Yeah,
Saw.
Hostel was big on
But
that.
Hostel was like a direct answer to Saw.
Yeah.
You know?
Hostel was freaking brutal.
Well, there was a
Oh.
scene where they were trying to outdo the scene at the end of Saw, where he's cutting off his leg to get out of the fucking chains.
Yeah, man.
So they're like, okay, what can we do? We're gonna snip
Yeah.
a guy's Achilles tendon and let him fall out.
We're gonna stick a freaking cutting torch in this chick's eye
in
socket.
this chick's eye socket,
Yeah.
have her eye
Yeah.
hanging out.
Dude, the Achilles won't fuck me.
Oh, dude, yeah,
no, I can't do it.
Look, I will say this about it's probably part of the reason why I don't particularly care for torture porn is first of all, I don't find it that scary because I mean you're not gonna do that kind of shit to me without getting jacked up yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
at the same-
I will
and
go down
also,
fighting.
Yeah. Also, too, I don't really get grossed out by shit.
Yeah, exactly.
no, and that's what it is. It's the shock value. That's
That's
all
all
want
it
is
is.
that
It's just
shock
to
value.
gross you out.
Like,
It's not scary.
The I spit on your grave.
Yeah.
That was so. There was so much. She snips off the guy's balls in one
Yeah.
scene. Like it's just this gruesome. How that shock factor. What can we do with this? Fuck that. And I'm so tired of seeing women raped in movies.
Can we get away from that?
Please stop raping women in movies.
We
Stop
understand
raping
it's
people
there.
with-
Stop raping people
in real
Yeah,
real
altogether.
life.
Can
Yeah.
we just
Don't
stop
do
the
it at
rape?
all, but yeah.
No means no.
Yeah.
And yes means anal.
I was about to say.
Yes. Can we
You
just
got
stop? Can we stop raping people?
It's
Who's
true.
we? I want to know that.
Yeah,
As a
are you-
society.
I'm just
No,
wanting to clear that up.
No.
What do you mean, you people?
Hold on, where's that race car?
Ross says, don't rape.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where people, there are fans of it.
I'm tired of seeing it.
There are fans of those movies too, and it makes you look at them and go, "What? There's something not
There's
quite."
something fucked up with that. Like if you want to go watch some submissive porn on Pornhub, keep it out of a mainstream movie. Like I'm tired of seeing women get
Link
raped.
in the description.
The only rape scene that we have covered in any of our videos, and we'll probably ever cover, was the supernatural rape where this woman was raped by a bush.
Yeah.
In Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
only because what the fuck were you thinking?
And even in the sequel, he said he shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was like,
He messed himself up with that.
Sam Raimi said he
Sam Raimi
didn't.
said
He did
that.
not like
well,
it.
you see, everybody else is raping people. I'm gonna rape someone with a tree.
That's it. It's just.
It sounds creepy when you say it. I'm done. Just
But
saying.
here's the scary part. There are 8 Saw movies.
People
8.
love them.
There's multiple Hostel movies.
There's 3, I think.
Yeah.
I believe there's 3 Hostel movies, and it's just each
Rob
somebody-
Zombie's still making movies.
over the top, over the top, over the top. Let's see,
Somebody's gonna watch him. That's the thing. I mean,
There's some dude.
it's one of those things that's the least amount of heart put into any kind of.
No, because it's legitimately just what's the most fucked up thing we can do? Let's do it and let's stop.
There's no art to it.
No.
There's no art to it. Like I'm a person.
I would not say there's no art to it. I would say, as far as practical effects, there's some things that you have to do as far
Yeah.
as camera shots and how you can actually portray this is what's happening. But the question is, fucking why?
Yeah.
But
as
here's
far,
the thing,
as far
okay.
as special effects, yeah, but the
art.
storytelling.
Okay, when I look at art in movie
Storytelling,
making, I don't care how great your special effects are.
Yeah.
When you can have the greatest special effects in gore, but when you put that up against Jodie Foster walking up to Hannibal Lecter's prison cell,
Oh, creepy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
yeah.
it. Creepy beats cool.
there is
any day.
no comparison to that.
Right.
That's art, sir. I
Yes.
don't care who you are. When she walks into that prison cell and they start that exchange, that's fucking art. I literally, and I said this in our review, my wife messed with me because I was smiling as she walked up to there. Because I knew it was coming, and this was such a great scene. It was shot so perfect. That's art.
And that movie, I mean, you're talking about a movie about a cannibal who was killing people and even very minimal gore in that movie.
Yeah.
Very minimal.
And like you said,
That's the thing, though. It wasn't a movie about him, though. It was a movie about a man making dresses with chicks on it.
Even
He
still,
was a vessel
there was
for
very
something.
little gore even with
Yeah,
Buffalo
even
Bill's
with that,
side.
yeah.
Even with
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill's side. There was so much more implicit, which I think is so much better in movie making whenever you don't have to show all the steps from where you get.
Right.
It's kind of the movie says, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, they just
Have you read that book though, The Silence of the Lambs?
I have not read
No,
that.
And if I remember correctly, it doesn't even have any scene in the book where he's talking about that it talks about that he skinned them, but there's no
no scene where it describes him doing
where it
it.
describes him doing it. He's
Yeah.
done it already, and he's got her.
And that's
But
like putting
going back
that
to-
power in the viewer's mind or in the reader's mind when you got to connect those. I say, oh, he's doing some messed up shit.
Right.
I so much prefer that than watching someone come up with a machete and cut a body in half.
Yeah.
Just
well,
because.
here's the thing, like we talked about earlier with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, Hostel. One of the those cringiest part I've ever seen in any movie was Hostel, where he cut the Achilles tendon.
Oh.
You know, and Pet Sematary, the original Pet Sematary, where he cuts Judge Achilles the same way. Those scenes make me cringe, right? But there's a scene in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre where the guy's standing there and Leatherface throws the door open and hits him in the head.
Whacks him with that mask.
Crack,
That's the first
cracks
kill of the
him,
movie.
and the dude
No,
falls and
I
just
think
shakes, and he just drags him in and slams the door.
Yeah.
That's freaking terrifying, bro.
I think he whacks him twice.
Yeah, you know, it's freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
On and on.
Just to see that dude, just to see that dude lay there and flop. It's freaking
very,
scary.
very cringy because you're looking at how a person would actually respond to like that right there. But again, there wasn't an overuse of blood
or gore.
overuse
It all
of
happened
guts hanging out.
behind closed doors. It was all implied.
Yeah, it's like you're watching a movie about people making a movie and you're not seeing the behind the scenes shit.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
love that in the movie.
That's like supposedly, I don't know if I never looked at it shot for shot, but supposedly Psycho never actually shows the knife making contact.
No, it doesn't. You see the knife coming
You
down.
see the knife
Right,
coming down,
right.
but you never see. And I think
All you see is this. You don't see the finish.
Well, you see a little bit of the finish,
You see
but I
the
believe it's
finish.
chopped with syrup.
Yeah, you
True,
see,
true.
You see the money shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
You
was
don't-
really
you don't
makes it a lot
actually see
easier in
the
black and
insertion.
white movies. You could just use chocolate syrup. You can't tell it's not blood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where they knew they could do that.
They
And
could
it
have
was
just
one
had
of
Mexican
few.
food the day before.
Yeah,
There you go. That would have been.
I think it would be more of a splatter.
that would have been like an arterial. hit.
Yeah,
That's an
it might have
artery.
been chunky.
Yeah, that's an artery.
Yeah, that's
Cut! We have cilantro on the top.
All right, guys. In conclusion, as far as our favorites, for me personally, torture porn ranks at the bottom for me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree. with that.
Honestly, I got a three-way tie because here's the thing: I have
Three-way
mad
is fun.
respect.
I've
Yeah,
heard.
three ways are great. Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh,
At this point, 2 women at once. Nice. Nice.
yeah, there could be 3 women I'll watch.
Sit in the corner, eat a sandwich.
Yeah. What you doing? Eating and stuff. So, yeah, torture porn's at the bottom for me, but
Yeah.
I have mad respect for the creature feature movies. Because
Oh, yeah.
that really is what originally brought horror into the line, into the mainstream. You know what I mean? With like I said, with Frankenstein and Mummy and all the old Universal monsters.
And that's another thing too, like we was talking about earlier, the practical effects.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then
practical. I love practical effects.
but my personal favorite is slashers, because those are the ones I really look forward to. Those are my favorites. To like, if I'm gonna sit down and watch a horror movie, I just want to clean the house and have a horror movie in the background. I'm putting on Halloween. I'm putting on Friday the 13th Part 4. I'm putting on, Nightmare, something like that.
That's just to walk around and stuff.
Yeah, but to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
I'll sit down and watch Halloween 4 times a year.
I love Halloween, but as far as
You know?
my personal favorite, I'm definitely think I'm going with paranormal.
But that's what I'm gonna say. But
That's what I was
paranormal
thinking.
is the ones who actually scare me.
yes, which
If
is why
I really feel like being scared,
Yes.
I'm putting on Conjuring. I'm putting on, well, not so much, Conjuring, Insidious, but The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting on, this paranormal was the one that
people
really.
who watch paranormal.
fucked
Say,
my
it wasn't
head.
even scary. Well, then why the fuck are you watching it? You're
Yeah.
not enjoying it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm 31. That fucking thing made me jump. That's why I'm watching this. movie.
I think part of the reason why everybody's so scared of paranormal, why it gets most people, is because of the fact that you're helpless.
Yeah,
You're
there's
helpless.
nothing you can do.
Paranormal entity is coming after you. And there's really nothing you can do. Like maybe like the religious ones.
Ross made a good point in an earlier video. I want to see somebody with a super soaker with holy water in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this freaking that happened already. Dude.
It was Quentin Tarantino's.
that was,
we said that.
Dusk
Yeah,
Till
Dusk Till
Dawn.
Dawn.
Super
But-
Circle with holy water.
Yeah, but that was for vampires. I want to see it against ghosts.
Well,
Well, I think and
Look, this bitch. Look what she made me
Make it
do.
rain in this bitch.
Oh, make it rain in this bitch. Make it rain in this motherfucker. No,
I would do the John Constantine with the sprinkler system with the
Yeah.
holy water.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Every time somebody, I'm playing, look, okay, clap. Okay, that wasn't you?
I think a lot of the
Water
paranormal
damage all the time.
Yeah.
the paranormal thing a lot of people don't get is you have a big different respect between people who believe in spirits and supernatural as opposed to not. Because I have a buddy, Wayne. I don't know if you've actually met him, but he used to watch a lot of paranormal, supernatural movies and everything, and then he started getting heavy into religion. And once he started actually believing in different shit, he says he won't watch that shit.
Shut it down.
Yeah,
Shut it down.
because
You won't
now
watch
it's
it
more
anymore.
real.
Because
than
now it's like,
it
oh,
was.
okay, you're telling me this might actually be able to happen. And I'm not saying that ghosts are going to happen, but the perception makes it a lot different.
Yeah.
My captain, Ruth, absolutely, he doesn't mind scary movies, creature features and stuff like that. He will not watch. He absolutely refuses to watch paranormal movies. And I asked him, I'm like, what the hell? You watch all these others. He said, dude, I can't put a bullet on a ghost.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. You cannot defend yourself.
I might fucking try though.
Yeah, I try.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have a holy house by the time it's
Put your
done.
butt cheeks real tight and go in a fetal position.
That's it. Yeah, that's about it. You can't do it until they throw up in your mouth.
Yeah,
and you
let's
get
have
spiritual
sick
AIDS.
Then you get a hard. Then you get a hard on.
Yeah. So
If you
that's
got
our.
from that. We have to have a conversation.
I'm just saying, what happened to no king shaming, man? I
No
mean,
kick shaming. I just want to have a conversation. I just,
Whatever floats your boat, man.
All
All right, guys. Well, that's our conclusion on that. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our videos. Hit the bell so you know when we got new stuff coming out. I'm Jay. This is John. That's Ross. Y'all have a good one.
hashtag people die. Just come to Canadians.
I'm trying not to laugh because I was about to act you.
I got the Justin Bieber last more set that ran out.